We're Ashley and Jordan. In May of 2019, we quit our jobs and left home to travel the world full-time. Our goal is to see as much of the world as possible through delicious food, breathtaking nature, and the different people and cultures that call this planet home. Feel free to subscribe and follow along as we keep going places. To catch you up, we're currently exploring the Netherlands, and today we hit the canals for a boat tour through Amsterdam. Good morning from Amsterdam. We are currently out in Amsterdam West. It is our first full day in Amsterdam City. We arrived a couple days ago, but took a day trip. We'll link that video below if you want to check that out. But today we are hitting the city. So currently waiting for the number 2 tram to pull up so we can take it into town, into the main area. And we are starting today off with a canal boat ride. I'm so excited. We opted to hire a local to take us around on a small group boat instead of doing the big long tour boats, hoping that we get a little better of bearings around the city, a little better information, and just a more fun time. So that's a great tip, is to take some kind of tour your first day and kind of get some information, get some ideas before you head out the rest of the week. So that's what we're gonna do, and I can't wait.
We've arrived here at the canal and we just met our tour guide, Theo, who's going to take us on a 1.5 hour boat ride and tour on the canals through the old city of Amsterdam. It costs $33 US per person, and we booked this on AirBnB Experiences specifically. Like I said, it's an 1.5 hour tour. They give you coffee and tea and drinks, and I hope Stroopwafels or some kind of pastry or breakfast. So we're about to jump on the boat, get ready so we can take off on the tour.
Please find a nice place. I will be with you in a moment. I just have to.
So cozy, so cute. There's teas and juices. I'm so excited.
A nice 1 year ago. Also tiring, yeah?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Stroopwafels. Yeah, just a little explanation why we have so much water surrounding us. That's something I would like to know stepping on the boat. This would be Amsterdam, medieval times, so 1500s, old town of Amsterdam, surrounded by a city wall. Houses that size, easily 25 to 35 stars. 650.
Known as the Venice of the North, Amsterdam is home to 165 canals. In total, the canals are over 60 miles long and almost 400 years old. The inner canals are a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site. Originally, the canals were a collection of defensive moats inside the city, but would eventually become a water management system. Amsterdam sits just below sea level, and the canals are critical in making sure the city doesn't flood. There are 1,281 bridges throughout the city.
So this is the Prinsen Canal, like I said, the most outer one of the three, and also been the most industrial one throughout history.
Over 2,500 houseboats line the canals of Amsterdam, some of which have been afloat for over a century. Historically, when the canals were still being used for transport boats, living on a houseboat was a sign of poverty. Today, these floating bungalows are in high demand, some even selling for €1 million or more. Before the 20th century, the canals were actually pretty gross. Locals would often throw garbage or wastewater into the canals, and they were known to smell pretty awful. Eventually, the city government made a big push to clean up the canals, and today they are actually quite clean and clear. New water is regularly circulated from a nearby lake, and there's even an annual swimming event called Amsterdam City Swim.
They swim 2,016 meters, which was the year they started that swim, so it's kind of symbolic distance.
There are over 880,000 bicycles in Amsterdam, and each year the city digs out almost 10,000 of them from the canals.
Bye-bye. Pleasure. Have a wonderful trip, yeah?
Thank you.
That is a wrap on an excellent canal boat tour. We cannot recommend that company enough. I believe it was Captain Dave, but we had Captain Theo today. Anyway, we'll link it below. So good. We learned so much. It's so fun to do those at the beginning, you know? You really learn about the city. So many fun facts. What was your favorite fun fact?
Ooh. Mine is at the top of all these old buildings, there's a hook on a beam sticking out. So we asked Theo, and he said that those buildings were originally warehouses, and they used those to hoist up all of their goods to the different levels of the building. So I thought that was really interesting. So if you see those here, that's what the hooks are.
And they still use them today to move stuff because stairwells are so narrow, you can't get furniture or whatever. They use them all the time. He's like, yeah, I've moved several of my friends using those things. So that's fun.
Very interesting.
I think my favorite fun fact, well, one, that the houseboats on the canal go for millions of dollars, like millions of dollars. But my main fun fact was about how all of Amsterdam, under all these buildings, because it's on such wet, like soft ground, they're all on stilts essentially. Even back in the day, that's how they built them. They'd put a beam down, down, down until they get to the firm ground underneath all the soft, and then just build on top of it. And so sometimes they would end up being crooked, like they didn't go all the way down, and so that's why so many buildings lean. They fix them, and so they're stable leaning. They'll just lean on their neighbor a little bit, but I love the idea that like there are millions of stilts under the entire city, right? That's
That is
interesting.
really cool. They said that there's like 11,000 of those under the central train station here.
Yeah, very cool. So anyway, again, we'll link below to this experience. It's time to go get lunch and explore Amsterdam for the rest of the day.
El hinojo es carísimo, mira.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we made it here to the Albert Cuyp Market, and apparently this is the longest market or street market in all of Europe. They have meats and poultry, seafood, produce, knickknacks, good, everything you could probably want they have here. And they also have
Stroopwafel. Y'all, this is a Dutch specialty and something I have loved for a long time. So basically, long story short, we flew on KLM one time. They gave me a Stroopwafel. I said, what is this? It's delicious. And we're finally here where I can have a fresh one from the original Stroopwafel stand. They make them hot. They're literally hot in my hand.
Hello, hoi.
They smell so good.
Very well documented. That's nice.
Sorry.
This will be number 2. Number 2 is for you.
thank you. Might come back for 3.
So, Instagramming the fat explode now.
Instagram and YouTube.
Enjoy.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thank you.
Can you even? I'm so excited. They're huge. And they were $1.50 each. And I'm gonna maybe have both. Just kidding, I'll share. Okay, let's give them a go. So what it is two waffles, kind of like a waffle cone, that are made fresh, so they're really warm and soft. And inside is syrup, basically like a caramely melted sugar. You can get them covered in chocolate too if you want. There's like a little bit of maybe cinnamon in the dough. Oh, it's so good. Oh my god.
How much were they?
So happy. I already said they're $1.50. Come get them. They're the best. Okay.
Okay, also, if you're somewhere and you cannot get them freshly baked, basically the normal size of them is made in such a way that they fit perfectly on a coffee cup or a tea cup. So if you have a coffee, then set it on top of there, and the steam from the coffee or tea will basically heat it up and make the honey ooey gooey, and it's like you have a fresh Stroopwafel. It's so good, so sticky. Get in my belly. Winnie the Pooh would love this.
It's not honey.
It's not?
No, it's sugar syrup.
Have me full, sucker.
Okay, that's a wrap on the Albert Cuyp Market, and now it's time for the Bloemen Market, or the flower market. Okay, so just down the street from the Albert Cuyp Market is the Bloemen Market, the flower market. It is mostly like bulbs and seeds and things, with a handful of fresh flowers and lots of faux flowers if you're in need of some of those. But it's a really beautiful little walk and right in the middle of town, so may as well stop by. Okay, so that about wraps up our first day in Amsterdam. On the whole, it was an excellent day. That boat ride was the highlight for sure. Kind of downhill from there, but that's okay. It was still really, really fun. What did we do? What did you think?
Yeah, so we did a few things today. So quick rundown just to fill y'all in on if it's worth it or not. Boat tour.
Totally worth it. I wish we could do it again tomorrow.
The Albert Cuyp Market.
Worth it, especially if you like street markets. They're selling all kinds of fun stuff. I enjoyed it. It gave us like Thailand vibes.
Yeah, it did.
And like, if nothing else, just hop in, get a fresh Stroopwafel, and hop out.
Go for the Stroopwafels. Be done. You're good.
Yeah.
The flower market.
Ooh, skip that, y'all. I know I said it was a cute walk. I lied to you. We hadn't walked around yet when I filmed that. It is not fun. I didn't like it.
Yeah, you can skip that.
You can skip it, sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I was disappointed. I wanted more fresh flowers. That's all. Okay. So we'll see y'all in the morning, I think.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. So cozy, so cute. There's teas and juices. I'm so excited. We get a picture.
I'm going to tell them it's an electric bulb, so they won't hassle me. Electric!